Oh, right. My hair's still up from work. Whoopsies. Fluff engage. Pew! This is what the braid contains at work. It's what it hides. It hides the hair's true intentions, which is the ability to eat everything next to it. Hello guys, welcome to another video this week in the year of 2020, the plague year. Running life at fucking breakneck speed. At least with all of the uncertainty of what tomorrow brings, I'm still able to get another weekly YouTube video out. And what are we going to be talking about today? I know, and you'll know right now. So last week I was talking about how I watched Batman Returns, and now I'm going to talk about how I wish that Batman Returns was actually done. Is this valid? This wanting of this way of Batman Returns to be? Probably not. Let's be real. I don't think so. I think that Batman Returns is actually just fine the way it is. This is what I wish would have happened with hindsight. 'Cause hindsight is 2020. 2020 jokes. I need to remember to make more of them because I only have 1 year to make them. I don't know much about Selina Kyle as a character, but I've always thought of Selina Kyle as to be like sultry and kind of a bitch. One thing I've never actually pictured Selina Kyle to be is completely batshit insane. Do you know who is batshit insane? Do you know, Coop? Who's batshit insane? That's right, Harley Quinn! Harley Quinn, the character, was made in '92 for Batman the Animated Series. And Batman Returns, as Coop has just told you, and now I will translate, was released in '92. So there's no way Mr. Tim Burton knew about Harley Quinn as a character. But I do have this feeling that if he knew that Harley Quinn existed, he would have done her justice. And the actress who played Selina Kyle, Catwoman, she would have done fucking fantastic. So I'm just gonna fix the entirety of Batman Returns and morph it into a Harley Quinn movie. In Batman, the first one, Jack Nicholson plays the Joker, and the Joker actually had an origin story, and his name was Jack Strawberry or something. I don't really remember what his last name was, but he had a name. And by the way, that means that everybody who complained about Joker having an origin story can go suck a fucking dick, because Tim Burton's Joker did. So go suck a fucking... One of the plot points is that Joker has this lady that he kind of scarred up, and she wears a mask, and that she jumps out of a window and then she dies. Well, I'm going to take that point, and that is actually going to be Harley Quinn. Canonically, Harley Quinn is a psychiatrist for Joker, and he turns her to the dark side and psychologically manipulates and abuses her to be his significant other. And then I believe throughout the comics that Harley Quinn has eventually learned that that is not good news, it's actually bad news bears, and goes and dates Poison Ivy, who's probably way more healthy to be with. I still like the jumping out of the window, and the first movie can literally just be exactly the same. Like, we don't have to change anything. He could still totally think she died. But she doesn't, because zombie cats, I guess. I don't know. Everybody jumps out of windows and always survives in that universe, except the Joker. So, who fucking... In Batman Returns, we're just gonna have to ask Danny DeVito to be in the trilogy in the next movie, because he doesn't really have a place here unless Danny DeVito wants to be like the Joker, but like Joker if someone was trying to be Joker, which would actually be kind of cool, because I do like the whole insanity spreads thing that Joker is about, chaos and anarchy and stuff. By the way, I don't condone the chaos of the Joker. My brand of chaos usually most of the time stays within the realms of the law. No, I don't vibe with the Joker's kind of chaos. I had a really long day at work, and so I hope that all of my thoughts are coming out in a way that is making sense. So we can start the movie instead of it being Selina Kyle being the lackey for the guy. Christopher Walken! Oh man, how did I forget our boy Christopher Walken's name? Oh my god. Instead of it starting out with Selina Kyle and Christopher Walken doing their thing, it can start out with Harley Quinn becoming Harley Quinn. Do I remember Harley Quinn's first actual name? No, I don't. But Harley Quinn, we're just gonna start by calling her Harley Quinn, and we would have known her name last movie. I'm also not gonna look it up because I actually don't care. Do I think we should still have the zombie cats thing? Yes, because I think it's hilarious. So she's gonna be risen from the dead by 80,000 stray cats. Does this mean she'll be Catwoman? No. We're still gonna have Catwoman in Batman Returns. I just want the actress for Selina Kyle to be Harley Quinn. That's all this is I want that actress to be Harley Quinn. She wakes up, she needs a job, and that's when she can walk into Christopher Walken's office and be like, "Hey boy, hire me." I don't know why this is on my finger. And then we can kind of go on with the same part of the movie. She's really smart. She ends up finding out some shit, and he pushes her out of a window. Again, this is the second window this bitch has been pushed out of. And then she goes insane. The Joker can already have done some things where she is already acting very violently and very crazy-like. She's already halfway there, living on a prayer, probably already going by Harley. And then Christopher Walken does her dirty, and she goes full on Harley. There's a line that Selina Kyle says in Batman Returns that says, "I don't know what's the difference between what's the difference between me and the mask," or whatever. Something to that effect. Essentially expressing that she doesn't know where Selina Kyle starts or ends and where Catwoman begins. And I thought that was a pretty cool Harley Quinn line, because Harley Quinn was probably super fucking, normal person and then turned into Harley Quinn. So I'm just about Harley Quinn then going absolutely bonkers and hiring a whole bunch of circus lackeys to terrorize the town in a fit of actual chaotic rage. Can she have a purpose? Of course. Of course she can have a purpose. I just want Harley Quinn to have circus lackeys. Is this gonna be a good movie? I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I think the entire reason why I want the entire reason I want this movie to change is because of the circus people. And the fact that actress should be Harley Quinn. I think I said that before, and I keep repeating myself. But I'm still letting you guys know that this is probably not even a good movie. Harley Quinn is going to go around causing chaos and trying to commit revenge. I think the chaos would be mostly targeted at Christopher Walken, probably first by blowing up the capacitor that was going to suck out the power from Gotham. So technically doing a good thing, but not doing a good thing for good reasons. She really just wants to put she has a lot of anger, and she has a lot of revenge plots towards Christopher Walken for pushing her out a fucking window. Does she care about who's going to be mayor? No. Is she going to bomb everything that Christopher Walken owns? Yes. Now, how is Batman going to meld into this wonderful movie that I am now making up on the spot? Well, he's going to get with her, obviously. Vicky and Batman broke up before the events of Batman Returns. And then he becomes romantically interested in Selina Kyle. I don't know if he would be romantically interested in Harley Quinn. And I'm almost thinking that he shouldn't be. But if it's in there, I'm not going to be opposed to it. I honestly think that he probably sees good in Harley Quinn and wants to help her, because this Batman's actually a genuinely good guy. And would actually recognize her from the Joker debacle. Oh my god. He would recognize her from the Joker debacle. He'd be like, oh, you know, the Joker said that you died after you jumped out of the window. And she'd be like, oh no, I survived. And then I got hired and pushed out another window. I think it would be a lot more logical for him not to be romantically interested. And I know this is the 90s, which means we always have to have a romantic interest. But hear me out. Can we just get rid of the romantic interest and work on the fact that Michael Keaton is actually a really nice guy. And, Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne's a really nice guy. I bet Michael Keaton's also a nice guy. But that doesn't matter. A lot of this is gonna be Batman breaking through all of the trauma that Harley Quinn has suffered and trying to essentially make her come back to the side of light instead of the side of chaos. Do I think that Christopher Walken should survive so that way he could be a overarching kind of semi-antagonist? Why, yes, I do. And that's just because I want to see Christopher Walken in more movies. I really, really hate the whole comic book kill all the bad guys all the time. And it's only now, recently, have we stopped just murdering all the bad guys. But I really do think it would be cool if Harley Quinn didn't die and Christopher Walken didn't die. What would be really cool is if we can see the effects just go into the next movie and set up Arkham Asylum. Except instead of the Joker running shit, it'll be Harley Quinn. I think this was before the time that comic book nerds were really, really upset all the time and wouldn't mind this being a movie where instead of the Joker, it would be Harley Quinn being in front of Arkham Asylum. Because if you tried pulling that shit now, there would be riots in the streets with face masks because we're in the plague. But this is the 90s, and the 90s is a great time where we don't care about comic book nerds' opinions, we just make money off of comic book movies. So I think this would be a great setup to where the Penguin can also get set up for the next movie, and he, instead of dying, goes to jail. I'm kind of upset that they didn't make more Michael Keaton Batmans, but Batman Returns didn't really feel like it was about Batman, so I understand why they stopped, because it wasn't about Batman. The second movie was about the Penguin, Selina Kyle. I'd say that Selina Kyle was the main character. So by the end of the movie, Michael Keaton either gets away with it or rich man's his way. Harley Quinn commits herself to Arkham Asylum, so that way she can get the help that she needs with the help of Batman, and Michael Keaton can be safe for another year or so before the Penguin does his reign of terror all over Gotham City. A quick point by point, mostly for me, on what happens. We find out that Harley Quinn was the same chick that the Joker pushed out of the window. She's actually alive, might have a little bit of amnesia, might not, who knows. She works for Christopher Walken and finds out way too much about the capacitor. She gets pushed out of a window. Instead of becoming Catwoman, she instead goes fully Harley Quinn insane mode and starts enacting chaotic revenge upon the city and Christopher Walken. Meanwhile, we're gonna pepper in Batman, doing whatever Batman does, except he's not Batman, he's Bruce Wayne. But it would be really cool to show off Batman kind of taking care of petty crime on his own, maybe being like, the city's too quiet, and then, well, bam, here comes Harley Quinn blowing shit up. We'll follow around Batman, and he learns that this is the same chick that the Joker had essentially brainwashed into loving / chemicals and stuff, and we'll chip away and have more encounters, and then by the end, she's got Christopher Walken probably at the end of a gun, and Batman essentially says, you don't have to do this or whatever, says some really good man speech, saves Christopher Walken and Harley Quinn, and helps her get the help she needs, and she gets locked away in Arkham Asylum, and Christopher Walken can go be a businessman another day. Obviously, this is just this huge movie series that I wish happened, but this sets up Arkham Asylum, which would be a fun thing. This sets up the already lets us know that Christopher Walken isn't a really good guy, so we can automatically hate him for whenever the Penguin shit happens. Selena Kyle can still exist, but I would really like a different actress to be Selena Kyle. Maybe not a blonde person, please. Yeah, so this movie doesn't actually really need to exist. I don't know. I really do think that Harley Quinn could really stand on her own as a character, but could be created by the Joker. I think that would be cool, especially in the 90s, where they were just doing shit. You know, they were making shit up as they went, just like I do. Well, that's it. There isn't really a big theory on why I think this was secretly a Harley Quinn movie, and I probably set it up to be. No, my thought is I wish that Harley Quinn got her own movie because that actress was really good, and Christopher Walken should have been the main bad guy, and Penguin should have done, you fucking get out of here, Penguin, you creep me out. Well, I think that is going to be all for this one. I'm sorry if this video came out super scatterbrained. I say that a lot, but it's probably going to be fine. It's just, you know, stressful time, but we'll get through it, and everything will be a-okay. As per usual, I have a Patreon. This helps me out improve my existence mostly, and will eventually help me get better cameras and all of that other stuff. You can get the $10 tier, which gets a sticker, and I will be adding next month a book tier that will get behind the scenes of the book that I'm writing. Shout outs to Goat GM, Joe Beck, and Andrew D. Thank you so much for being patrons. Alright, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing next week for a video, so I guess it's just going to be a fucking mystery, huh? To the both of us. I'll probably think of something. Who knows? Maybe I'll talk about my cats. Maybe you guys need a cat introduction. Here's a heart just for you. Save for later. Because right now I don't really care. It's your heart. You do you. I'll see you guys next week. And stay safe, stay healthy, and stay the fuck at home. Bye.